All right, so good morning.
Good morning.
Make sure you have your favorite hardy accessory on hand. And spring summer collection, you can kind of have it ready. And let's make sure that I'm on spotlight so that we're not recording everyone else. Because, that's unethical. I don't have consent. Now let's take a moment and take a few rotations through our shoulders. So nothing crazy. We'll move into core and our salutations in a bit, but just for a moment, I will have a laugh at some of your choices, sartorial choices for your accessory. Coming into the breath, but as we work the upper body, stay grounded through the feet. So you can allow for a soft bend through the knees, spreading through the toes. Reverse your movement. Let's actually go ahead and take our fingertips to our shoulders and start to circle the elbows. And you can go a little faster, a little more briskly, or a little bit more lazily if this is a morning practice for you, if you're doing the video with us. This is also going to be a really nice one if you're sitting a lot and you want to take a break. Again, nothing too crazy or new. And then start to add a little cat and cow action here. So inhaling, tailbone draws back, pubic bone moves back. Exhale, a little bit forward. And once again, reversing. Inhale, extend. Send the elbows back. Beautiful. And let it go for a moment. Give your wrists a little shaky, shaky. And then let's go ahead and take the handlebars and flex the wrists and take it up and press away. And you can play with the angle of the arms and see where you feel like you're getting an extra special stretch. Good, and let's go ahead and incorporate our accessory. And I'll just call it a strap, but you have yours. And take a moment to stretch the neck of the wrist so that you're not seeing unsightly wrinkles there, and extend. And then take a moment, get into the legs and the feet, balance the pelvis, and pull your strap apart. And actually for today, for now, I'd like to just take a moment, a few breaths, and kind of claim the space around you without hitting your overhead lamp. Right, so not so much in any specific direction, maybe as if you were carving out a bubble of safety and protection and healing and nourishing and nurturing, all the stuff that we need. So you can take a little spin around, but keep pulling on the strap here. So your pec muscles are fairly active, your biceps are active, your shoulder blades are fully participating, and then the shoulders won't be quite as cranky with this. So sometimes, well, once upon a time when I used to take public transport, which I don't anymore, I used to, if there was like, quote unquote, negative energy, if I was feeling a bit overwhelmed, I would use an image I have from a meditation of mine, wherein I place myself in a translucent, golden, sparkly bubble. It works, and then maybe even connecting a little bit to the solar plexus. I'm like, I'm in my bubble, not my shit, you can't touch me, not mine. As Sean Corna, famous yoga teacher says, it ain't mine, I'm not taking it. And then start to take it into a little bit more structured movement. So grounding through the heels, feet are a little wider than hips distance. So some of you maybe might want to separate the feet a little more. Just a little bit of our seaweed side bends here. But rather than using the arms to pull, see if you can start to use the side of the torso. to come up and then add the arms. So kind of the opposite of what, excuse me, what we might be doing. And you can let the head move at will. And then we're going to stay to the left, press the right heel down, turn your gaze towards the left heel. Notice if you're pressing your knees back and soften them. And then spin the gaze forward and maybe even up. And using the side body, come on up. Big breath and reestablish strength through your midline. Exhale, side bend to the right. And this time pressing the left heel down. Pull the arms apart here so the right arm isn't overbearing or winning. Gaze down. Soften the knees. Breathe freely. Throat is open. And press through the feet. Come on up. Take a moment. Take a little shake or a rest or a breath or a roll. Beautiful. Let's do just a couple of neck strengthening exercises using the strap. There's already a video on there for YouTube you can go back to, but this is fresh and new, so why not? So you're going to take your accessory right to the atlas or the base of the skull and then pull its ends above the ears, just at the tips of the shells of the ears. Hug the elbows in and then pull forward with your arms, but press back with your head. And almost as if you were going to do a back bend here, which we're not yet. Drop your chin slightly. So you're in a little bit of a double chin situation and press back. A little bit of shaking is likely to be there. Great. Maybe just another breath or so. And then slowly release. Turn your head side to side a couple of times, or you can drop one ear into the other. Notice how that feels. And then we're going to do the same thing to the front. All right, so a little bit of a Woodstock moment here. So taking your strap to the forehead, tuck your chin, lengthen the back of the neck and the back of the head, hug the elbows in, and pull back with the arms as you press forward with the head. Okay. Couple of breaths. And so unless you're having a neck spasm right now, this may not be the best thing for you, but otherwise, it is a fabulous way to reawaken and reintegrate and realign those, as I say, beleaguered neck muscles. Slowly release. Good. One more here. We'll do it on either side. So here we go. Take it to the right, so we're all in agreement. And take a moment, take your left hand to the crown and press the hand down as you lengthen your soft palate up. So the iperoa, the part behind your uraniscos, the roof of the mouth. And then pull with the right arm and stabilize with your head. Yeah, there we go. You may need to negotiate so it's not slipping out. Right, so you're pressing your head to the left and pulling with the right. And the other arm can be whatever, you know. Just a couple of breaths, lengthening and strengthening the left side of the neck. And then we'll release and change. I love you, but change. Right. Sometimes I wonder if deep down in my heart, I always wanted to be a stand-up comedian. Now I'm relentless with my jokes in my online classes, so it's quite funny. Find your axial extension, so tailbone to crown, strong legs, and then pull to the left with the arms and press to the right with the skull. Well, can I get a sign with your right hand? Do you feel this? It's so-so or yes or wow. Excellent. I love the wows. Oh, I didn't leave an option for no. Anyone not feeling it? Tell me. All right, cool. Just a breath or so. Notice if you're gripping in the jaws, and you can let that release and relax. And we'll go ahead and release that. And one more here. Take your hands as if you were about to put on a tie with your accessory. Take a breath, take a moment, regroup, and reground through the feet. Right? So we're always coming back to our stability, our foundation, our core, right? Our inner strength, and then we can work on the periphery. So pull your arms forward and down. And press the skull back. And this time the strap is sort of at the base of the neck. Good, and then we're simply going to pull more emphatically with the left arm. And the head's going to move maybe a tiny bit. And come through center, pull with the right arm. You're not turning your head. Forget you have a head. I know that's so hard for some of us, and especially those of us who are intellectually inclined, which is all my students. I have to say, and I love that everyone's such a seeker and a questioner. I guess that's why you don't feel threatened by my anatropes, right? And then take the strap a little further up. So now it's right above your jawline. Same idea. We're going to pull a little more emphatically with one arm and center, and then the other. Keep pressing your skull back. So if you had two more arms in the second strap, you'd have it back here. You're pressing back. And then one more here. Take your left hand down, reach the right arm right around your eye level. And same idea, pull with the right arm, elbow hugs in, and your face is going to turn to the left. Pull with the left arm, and you're going to come to center. Just do this, and I like a little bit of smaller movement to explore, and then maybe a little bit more force, a little more movement. And then you're going to pull up with the right and down with the left, coming into a side bend here. And stretching some of those muscles that we just activated. A couple of breaths. Relax the mouth. Maybe flutter the lips. And coming through center, give your hands a rest for a moment. And second side. So left strap comes right around your eye level towards the temple. And then pull down with the right arm. And easeful. We're not forcing, we're not pushing or pulling or yanking. It's just a gentle suggestion. The right arm draws down, left arm draws up on the diagonal. Beautiful. Just a breath or so. So 10 seconds for these types of stretches is plenty. More is not, sometimes more is just more. It's not better. There we go. And slowly release. Interlace the fingers. Take a few easy rotations. You can waggle your tail. And take the other thumb on top, the one that feels as if you're holding someone else's hand. Good. And once again, a little shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And then reach your elbows forward. Turn your palms back. You don't need the accessory, so feel free to drop it if it's cumbersome. Right, so elbows hug in, outer wrists move out. So we're not smushing the elbows together. Notice if you've already tapped the elbows in, and pull apart a little bit. So you're drawing in and pulling apart. Pulling the thumbs apart, pull the hands apart. And then hug in. And do this a couple of times. So pull the thumbs apart more, and then hug the elbows in. We're not, once you close the elbows, you've lost the potential to strengthen, right? So hug in, draw out. Throat is open, move the skull back. And then take the elbows up a little bit and down. Keep hugging in, right? The elbows want to drift apart here because, why should they be working hard? Good. Notice if you're over-efforting, take a step back. Doesn't have to be so serious. Just a little up and down, maybe a little more. Maybe elbows come up towards your nose. Keep the arms moving, the forearms moving forward. Hug the elbows in. Whew. And one more inhale. Maybe let the arms unfurl. Stretch the arms up, drop the tailbone, and exhale, flow the arms down. Inhale, reach the elbows in and up, creating a V shape with the forearms. Stretch the arms up, tailbone heavy, exhale, release. Beautiful, and one more time. Elbows in, we're reaching up, inhale, throat is open, and exhale. Good. A little standing cat and cow. So stabilize through the feet. I keep directing you back to the trunk of the legs. Spin the chest open, hug the ribs in. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades in. Exhale, give yourselves a hug and round the upper back. Drop the chin. So inhale, welcoming new presence, brand new upper body. Exhale, switch your arms and drop your chin. And just a couple more like that. Inhale, shoulder blades draw in. Exhale, let them spread apart. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Good. And slowly release. And can we do one more? How are you guys doing? Yeah, sure. All right. We'll do. This is like the thing. If you only do one thing during your day for the upper back and the neck, it's this, right? So you're going to need a wall for this, and this is the shape we're going to play with. So if you can't see me as you move to your wall, that's fine. You don't necessarily need a wall if you're practicing outdoors. If you're lucky enough, maybe you can find a tree trunk, but you don't need a wall. But you do need the sense that there is something there, that you can press your skull back, drop your chin in, heels close to the wall or the tree. And then you're going to go post the arms like a cartoon cactus. Right? So notice if your wrists have dropped in, which I see some of you have, and bring the forearms at least vertical or maybe even into a W. This is already burning a bit and it's really hard. Make it into a W rather than a 90-degree shape. Sacrum and bum is at the wall. Press your skull back towards the wall. And this has already worked for many of us. Couple of breaths. Can you inhale into the back of the lungs? Almost 2/3 of our lungs are situated in the back body. Just a little FYI, right? And then we're going to draw the elbows in towards the sideways and keep the same relationship between the forearms and the rest of the body and take the elbows up. Try to take your fingernails to your support. And definitely work towards keeping the wrists and the backs of the hands on your support. And of course, you can add the breath. It might make sense to exhale up and inhale down. And see how that feels for your body. The exhale gives us that access to our core stability, our torso strength, torso stability. Keep pressing the skull back, drop the chin, just a couple more. And if you have a little more range of movement here without letting the hands come off the wall, maybe take the fingertips back and maybe the third fingertips can touch. Right? And this is an impossible task for most of us. So if that's you, that's okay. Don't force it. Our primary goal, if any, is of course to activate the posterior chain, the upper body, but also to explore the range of movement. So last couple of repetitions, maybe take the elbows in more. Wah. Notice if you're jutting the ribs out like I just did. Press the lower back back. And then maybe taking up. And take it to the starting position. Press your fingernails back. Press the wrists back. Press the skull back. Take a breath in. Again, notice if you're kind of here and allow it to be 90 or W. And then we're going to take the palms towards the wall, keeping the elbows glued to the wall, maybe fingertips. So inhale, backs of hands to wall. Exhale, palms towards the wall. Just one more like that. Inhale, strong fingers, soft eyes. And exhale. Wow. Last one, inhale, stay back. Exhale, whisper ha. And let it go. So I hope this is helpful. Take a couple of steps. Notice we didn't do a single core thing really, but notice how you're standing now. Notice how the buoy or buoy for your ribs of the head is floating up now, and how the strengthening of the back chain allows for the integrity of the frontal spine and front body. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, drop it. Good. Again, inhale. Exhale. And last one, breathe in. And you're out of there. Give it a little shake and know that you've done something amazing for yourself. So if you do nothing else today, you've done something to really bolster the upper back and your neck.